After calves are weaned from their mothers, they're not quite ready for the feedlot. That's where the stocker yearling phase comes in, a critical stage in beef production focused on turning young calves into framey, heavier feeder cattle using primarily forage-based diets. This phase emphasizes economical weight gain, pasture efficiency, and careful timing to prepare cattle for their final phase of finishing. What is stocker yearling production? Stocker yearling operations manage cattle between weaning, usually around 500 pounds, and feedlot entry, typically 700 to 900 pounds. This phase can last from 3 to 12 months and varies based on forage availability, animal performance, and market conditions. Instead of grain-heavy diets, stockers are fed forages, pasture grasses, hay, silage, or crop residues. This system takes advantage of lower-cost feeds while maximizing compensatory gain, where calves grow rapidly after the stress of weaning and transportation. Profitability factors. Efficiency is key. The profitability of a stocker yearling operation depends on multiple interconnected factors. Market timing. Knowing when to buy light calves and when to sell heavy feeders can significantly affect margins. Forage quality and availability. More and better forage equals faster, cheaper weight gain. Stocking density. Overgrazing leads to poor performance and pasture degradation. Undergrazing wastes feed resources. Health management. Calves are vulnerable to stress-related illness, especially after weaning and transport. Monitoring average daily gain. ADG is vital to evaluate performance. Target gains typically range between 1.5 to 2.5 pounds per day, depending on the forage base and supplement strategy. Managing shrink, protecting your investment. One of the biggest economic threats in the stocker phase is shrink, the weight cattle lose between the time they leave the cellar and arrive at your facility. Shrink can range from 3% to 12%, depending on transportation length, stress, and handling. To minimize shrink, handle cattle calmly and avoid overcrowding during transport. Provide access to water and forage as soon as possible after arrival. Allow a recovery period before evaluating gain potential or beginning grazing rotations. Remember, cattle don't start gaining until they recover what they lost. Pasture management and supplementation grazing is the foundation of stocker production. So, managing pasture health is essential. Use rotational grazing to allow pastures to rest and regrow, and adjust stocking rates to match forage growth throughout the season. In low-quality pastures or during periods of drought, supplemental feed, such as protein tubs, hay, or energy pellets, can help maintain gain targets. Water access, shade, and mineral supplementation also play crucial roles in keeping cattle performing well on pasture. Making strategic decisions. Success in the stocker phase requires strategic thinking. Producers must constantly evaluate when to enter or exit the market, what type and weight of calves to buy, which pastures or forages to use, whether to sell directly to feedlots or retain ownership through finishing. Good record keeping and understanding cattle markets help guide these choices. The more precisely you can predict gain, cost per pound, and market value, the more consistent your returns will be. Build gains, not just weight. The stocker yearling phase isn't just about putting on pounds, it's about adding value through smart grazing, low-cost feeding, and strategic decision-making. Done right, this phase transforms calves into profitable feeder cattle ready for finishing. Like this video if you found it informative. Comment below with your experiences or questions about stocker operations. Subscribe for more practical cattle production videos, from grazing to genetics. Thanks for watching, and remember, stockers make the most of grass and good planning.